tomorrow is when Tesla is going to release their Q1 earnings. Now, if you remember, it's about 2 to 3 days out. That's the benefits of being a member. You get things early. But I think it's going to be a disaster unless there's one thing happens, which I do have a feeling it may happen. It may happen. Let's see if it happens or not. But this one thing could actually change it and actually make it, a beat or a meet at the least. But let's see what happens. Right now, Yahoo Finance or Wall Street is expecting around 43 cents, around there for the EPS. So I don't think we're going to do that unless this one thing happens, which we're going to get to in this video. So do me a favor, guys, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, because I don't want you guys to be disappointed, because we already knew that Q1 earnings is going to be it's going to be a miss. We knew that. We knew that since the beginning of the year, especially with the Model Y refresh, re-ramp. We knew this is going to be the case. What's more important here is the earnings call and the company update, which it's going around now that there may be a big shift in the company, something going on with Elon and all this crazy stuff. Theories are here. You guys can check the video here. But that's the more important part. All analysts know it's going to be a miss, and if it is, it's not a big deal because it's been anticipated. But in this video, this is going to be my final estimate. So let's go into the spreadsheet that's also available on Patreon, and let's see what we can do, what we could potentially see in this Q1 earnings. Average selling price, I have here a little bit over $38,000, credits of $650 million, services of about $3 billion, but profits is not that much, maybe like 6-7% of 180 million, leasing of 420 million, half of that is pretty much profits, vehicle gross profits of around 13%, and the reason why it's down this low is because they didn't benefit from economy of scale. Yes, they scaled more than they produced, about 30,000 or 25,000 vehicles more, but they still didn't benefit as much as they could have if everything was fully ramped up. But we'll see this happening in Q2. I believe gross profits will be more than this in Q2. We have total energy revenue of 3 billion, 26% profits of about 810 million. This is going to be one of the big savers of Tesla's financials and with the credits as well, because this is in this quarter, that's what's kind of withheld as per I say for this quarter. We see operating costs of around 2.5 billion, taxes of 175 million, and other income, interests. We see if we're going to get surprised here or not. I put here about 100 million. I have here shares outstanding of a little over 3.5 billion and stock-based compensation of around 350 million. So let's go see what the numbers are going to be when we put the delivery numbers in. And they delivered about 336,681, and bam, look at all these numbers come out. I just love it. I absolutely love it. Bottom line or top line here. Q1 revenue, almost $20 billion. So man, if we get, that's going to be the first time in what? 2 years, 3 years, we may see Tesla not hitting 20 billion for the entire quarter. That's pretty crazy. But does it matter in the long term? No, not really. Income from operations a little over 1 billion. Operating margin of 5.1%. And this is, again, a new low, 5.1%. Sheesh. And we get a net income gap of not even a billion and a non-gap of almost 1.3 billion. Overall, guys, it's going to be a very bad Q1 quarter. It's a disaster. We know this. But here's the thing. Everybody knows this. There's no surprise in that. In fact, if there is any surprise, it's going to be a good surprise, and we'll get to that in a minute. Non-GAAP EPS of 37 cents. I mean, if Wall Street is expecting 43 cents, then that's 6 cents off. So easily a miss, right? So what could the stock price be? Right now, the stock price is around 240 bucks per share at a PE of 117, meaning that to have the same stock price, we need to have a PE of 123. So the PE goes even higher with this, but does it matter in the future? I don't think Q1 of 2026, we're going to care about what happened in Q1 of 2025. That's all I'm going to say. But if the earnings call is extremely positive, this thing can go high. This thing can go as high as 140, 135. I can see it going in that range, but it's hard for me to see it go even higher until some fundamentals come into the play. That's one thing. But if the company update or whatever it is on the earnings call they're going to mention is going to be bad, I can see this going down as 100 PE, below 200, maybe even as low as maybe 157. I mean, man, if it goes down this low, I'm loading the boat for the third time. Big time. But, I'm not going to make any assumptions. Let's just keep it the same P as it is right now, or not the same P, the same stock price as it is right now, which is a P of 123. Now, here is just one thing that can change it and make it a very good surprise. We knew that in this quarter, Tesla has launched FSD in China. Now, the thing about China, guys, is that anyone can purchase the one-time fee of FSD, which is about $8,800 US. Now, here's the thing, guys. There's 2.25 million or 2.5 million Teslas in China. Let's say 2 million to be, to keep it simplified, to keep it simple, right? Let's say not 1%, but let's say 2%. Before I used 5%. 5% may be a bit too high because someone did mention to me in the comments that, China is not that much of a wealthy country. The incomes are not that high. So 5% is a little aggressive. And I'm like, okay, you may be right. Let's do 2%. I think 2% could be fair in this case. And 2% of 2 million is about 40,000 vehicles and $8,800 per each of them. I think it's about 350 million, somewhere around there as revenue. So let's put that in, 350 million as revenue, and it's about 80% margins when it comes to these things. Here's how the financials will change. So 350 million in revenue, 80% margins, bam, that operating margin goes up to 6.4% from 5.1. And look at the non-GAAP EPS from 37 cents to 45 cents, making it an actual beat.
Oh, but Pejjy, man, let's be more conservative. Let's do 1% instead of 350.
Okay, let's do half of that, which is 175 million. Bam, still gonna be a miss, but surprisingly close to it. 41 cents instead of 37 cents and a margin of 5.8%. So we need about 1.5% take rate for Q1 FSD in China for it to be at least a met. This is the only thing that's really holding Tesla from, giving us a good surprise in this Q1 earnings. Now, will it happen? I don't know. We'll find out. And I'm very curious to see how they're going to present this. Maybe my average selling price is too low. Maybe I have to increase that because right now they include the FSD revenue in their average selling price. But it's very hard to estimate that. So that's why I brought the average selling price even lower and just made the FSD revenue profits separate. So will we see this? 41 cents, 45 cents? I'm not sure, but my number is 37 cents. And by the way, if they actually do or beat 33 cents, 43 cents or 45 cents, then I think the stock could actually rally because that's a beat in my opinion, and that's a big surprise. And then I'm pretty sure the earnings call or the company update is going to be fire. So I do think we may see a good rally, and I do have a feeling that the stock's going to roar after Q1 earnings. I call after earnings call. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a very, very interesting one, but that's my guess, guys. 37 cents. I'm not going to do the FSC revenue, but if you want to include that, you can put 43 cents or a met in this case. But my final number is 37 cents. Let's see what happens. Comment down below. What is your EPS? Do you think it's going to be a miss or a beat? Curious to know. In the meantime, check out this video here. There is something big going on with Tesla. I don't know what's going on, and that's for tomorrow's, or if you remember, 2 to 3 days from now, earnings call. It's going to be a sheesh moment. Subscribe, guys. Become a channel member because there's a way of supporting me, and it's only $2 a month, and you get these exclusive videos or early videos and early videos because the exclusive videos are coming. And I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.